Well, welcome back. We are once again watching a little more Re:Zero, and nothing ever goes right. Everyone you know is and will be in the crosshairs for quite a while. The archbishops of sins really just out there doing whatever they want. Finding wives, just having a lovely meal. Succulent Chinese meal. And whatever the hell Lust is actually after, just being the top dog of everyone's ire. But still, with so much going on and knowing that under the city is the pinnacle of what they're searching for, the witch's corpse, and exactly what power or necessity they're going after there. Honestly, I just hope that when it inevitably all goes wrong again, Subaru has some sort of plan in action. But if this is, for some reason, one of your first times here and you have not yet got to grips with what this is, welcome, we're watching anime. If you want to make sure to keep up to date with everything, check out my Discord, or subscribe to the channel if I earn it. But to do that, we need to watch some. So, if you want full uncensored versions of everything, check the links for my Patreon. But what are we waiting for? Let's delve straight into whatever madness may be thrown at us today. Let's see some more Re:Zero. Okay, that's one way to start off an episode, that having the tables turned slightly, having a whole bunch of the witch cult emissaries much less of a threat. And explaining why Al was on the other side of the looking glass. Happy coincidence. Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes good things that happen. Yeah, her immediate safety isn't what needs to be passed over. The locations of the archbishops. Even though she was whisked away and we're not still doing her part to help out. Hyper positive. Want me to describe her? So start acting like it. Yeah, it's okay to rely on someone once in a while. But yeah, considering where she's found herself, the fact that there's so many others in a worse place than herself right around her. It should more focus on doing something for all of them first, rather than worry about herself. Extenuating circumstances. I think it would be allowed for a little bit. You didn't have to tear the man down like that. Yeah, no climbing out the windows on icicles. You don't have to tell him twice. Let's just hope no one else was listening in to that little communication. I mean, blind faith can be a good thing. The fact that she trusts him to that extent. Probably because, in her mind, yeah, Subaru has come out victorious on everything else that he's done. He's pushed through hell and made it happen. With nary a failure. But one thing that I both kind of like and I'm a bit apprehensive about this entire storyline is the fact they've set out these small little kind of subplots and storylines, like with Garfield and his mother and whatnot. And obviously that family, no one else knows about it. It's just a side thing going on, which now obviously has taken very much a back seat. And I'm pretty sure is going to be some sort of driving point for Garfield a bit later down the line. But also the fact, we have to worry about all the citizenry and everyone here already, and now there's sort of kind of named characters and personal motivations mixed in. I was tense enough as was. Is there just a big record button or broadcast button? He got over there fast. Suspiciously fast. Knew where they were and dived over there. She somehow managed to get a message across. Good, we don't need to hear the exposition again. A bit clingy, but we'll allow it. Yeah. Last he saw him was just before during the big flood and a dragon. Everyone around him is just gone, especially after what he witnessed with Mimi. Still wondering where you got your shoe back from, though. I mean, yeah, the archbishops can have a whole bunch of deception and whatnot in there, but what was that look from Al just now? Not we can really see what he's thinking, considering, helmet. Yep, she won't be able to sit still. Not gonna... Okay, are gonna question why there's a lump in her bed. Yep. This is just pillows. It's just a bit... Yeah, it's a bit cold. She's good at this thinking on her feet, isn't she? This isn't someone asking for... I mean, if she did get away, it's someone saved from the wrath of pride, but she would bear the brunt of that, but I'm guessing... She had resigned herself to that fate already anyway. As long as someone could sense freedom, or experience freedom. I mean, if the Archbishop of Wrath can join people together and make use of their emotions and whatnot, let's see if Subaru got an idea from that. Ah, of course, yeah. That's where they are. At least, why is she stroking her collar? Anyway, at least we know they're relatively safe. Until we see that door broken down. So all you have to do is override that anxiety. bring people together, give them something to latch onto. Let's hope he's got a good speech written. Who's the best one here to bring people together? Who's got the most calming voice? But try and shut it down. And, of course, yeah, have some sort of repercussion. The two of them weren't actually part of it. Why did it open? To cause as little damage as possible. Who was over there at the time? Who could have caused a bit of a distraction and an escape plan like that? While potentially sacrificing part of the city. So confident in that. Or are they playing their own game over here? The dragon doesn't care what the ants crawling around its feet are planning. Now, Al, do you want to, give a little bit more background to that? What does he know? I mean, spreading her influence a bit there would be useful. She can. If people then look up to her as that ruler figure. Better than some nobody. So, better than some nobody, but who around here has better credentials? And who do we know that is good at doing the impossible, making offers and guarantees that they seem highly improbable? Yeah, but didn't we already see the current state that she was in? Almost word for word. Nice. And I don't even know what state that is. Does she even have functional vocal cords at this point? Are they all just going to bow out? We'll have very few left up to the task. But do they have time to call anyone over here before? Your trust in him is well placed, but maybe unfounded at the same time. Yeah, do they have time to bring anyone here anyway? True, he does have that accolade behind him. Not that I think anyone in the city knows that he did that, but still. Maybe if he broadcast the word that he already took down one of the archbishops of sin before, then it will rile up the others while also giving some alleviation to the people. Good thing there's no... True, he does butt in and make some grand proclamations out of nowhere. I forgot what I was about to say, actually. He's been through quite a little character arc, hasn't he? But about 10 minutes of just bigging up and making plans of who should answer the call of the worries of everyone here. Glad that, well, we're not going to have Al give his agreement to this plan as well. Missed opportunity. Ah, there we go. Ah, I see. Usually when people grab someone's collar, it's meant to be some moment of, fear, wait for them to back down, but Al didn't even budge. She was like, okay, why are you touching me? He's got too much going on already. And just part of the plan of rescuing her has a bunch of little stop-off points of helping others along the way, though. That's what she would have wanted as well. Or that's what she would want. Yeah. None of them would know what an intersection is, though. Well, they'd know what an intersection, maybe not a red light. After just saying, give him a break, don't put too much weight on his shoulders, then telling him that. And they'll only keep climbing. Yeah, do we have to see him jumping off of the cliff face again? And how long exactly are we going to spend before we see that warming smile from Rem again? Yeah. Just add it to another list of the impossible that he's managed to overcome, stacking all of the cards in his favour. I mean, coming up with bluster in the moment is one of Subaru's skills. So, yeah, a hero doesn't usually go around emphasizing how much of a hero they are, but still. I do like that they all have his back, even though the differences in their roles, their positions, their nobility, etc. Well, now that he's delivered that message, he doesn't have to be here anymore. Such a tsundere little knight, that boy. And rather than be stuck in her current position, yes, she could be free from it in one way or another, be splattered against the wall. She will find a way to release them. But resigned herself to the fate, given up on hope and a way out. But soon, it will be driven out of her as well. Don't give them hope, just give them their freedom, then they can start believing again. Uh-huh. Right, and Emilia being quite a, well, not quite a massive public figure, but a public figure nonetheless, let his voice echo through the streets. Test, test, 1, 2. This isn't a member of the witch cult, you don't have to worry. Okay, actually starting off like I was saying. Saved might be a little early, but... crush their hopes immediately. But we have managed to take the hall. Okay, give them the rundown of the situation, where they sit in. Have them at that rock bottom state, just to bring them up from it. Hey, still can't remember his name. They weren't very good at looking after the Reinhold's father, were they? And despite all of that, despite his fear, his cowardice, his inability to act, he still stood up and is doing something. You're waffling now, Subaru. But I think breaking himself down in front of everyone, saying it's not the right guy, but let them know it's like one of them kind of thing. Someone who thinks they have no power in the moment. I'm pretty sure there's lots of people who just kind of stop listening now. It's like, okay, I'm bored of you. You're not really swelling with confidence for them all. But I think, yeah, undercutting it all with that kind of self-loathing kind of talk, just to build it up from it. Even someone like him can fight back, so why not everyone? Well, what remains of their house. Yes, the trauma bonding really helps people stay together. I think a lot of us can understand that. Know that there's someone out there fighting for them. Show them what they're fighting for, what they're trying to make a future for. Don't show them a face of fear or anything. And he's being forced to do this speech instead of going out and saving them. it's not the first time that he's done a rambunctious speech just to say how cute the people he like are. Surprised that they've actually let him get away with this speech for this long, though. Lust hasn't come back for revenge or anything. Well, at least she's got her hair and left side of her face. Okay, yeah, because there are definitely some that wouldn't be able to physically fight back. The idea here was to override the anxiety that Raph has cast on them. So yeah, thinking forward to the future, eventuality that they can make on the other side of all of this. No, it won't be so easily swayed. And that explains why he was bashing himself over the mic for everyone earlier. Are they really going to accept their station in life? It's not one of those heroic, rousing speeches we've seen before, but very much putting themselves in their shoes, grounded. We're here together. Which I think is much more... I think much easier viewpoint to get behind rather than hoping that some hero will come in and save you. We won't let each other fall into despair. No matter how many times it takes. Just slipping that little tidbit in. And their town is in good hands. I do love the intonation, is that the word? Of Japanese speech, where it can rise in tone and intensity to get a feeling across. It doesn't quite work in English. Exactly. The idea of marriage, the prospect of holy matrimony has been completely lost on Pride. I'd actually forgotten that bit. No matter where she goes, yeah, she's never alone. Same thing she does every day. Just press on despite everything that's been thrust her way. Has he turned off the broadcast? Just make sure. Maybe if this was actually sent across as well, it would ruin the moment, but might give people a bit of a laugh. Who would have known he had that kind of silver tongue in his head? well, a man of few words, but at least you got that nod of approval. Always coming when you need him most. I'm starting to believe that Otto was behind all of the troubles here. Ah. Brought him forthwith, yes. Now they've got a bit of a siege tower battering ram on their side. At your service. I really do like the fact that, you know, comparatively compared to the past few episodes, we've had the complete downtrodden masses of the city being swept away in a tidal wave. Death and despair across everything. All of the witch cult just doing as they please. And then this one, very slow in comparison. In multiple places across the city, multiple people, whether they're in shelters or like we saw, broken out buildings, Amelia and the wives situation, even just the people in the hall and their current predicament. It was just, okay, we need something to reset, ground everyone in, yeah, this is a fucked situation, but we're not giving up. How many other shows want to take time out to give everyone that moment of there is a shared collectiveness here as we are fucked. Alright? But think about the future and hold on to the people you love around you. Usually it's just, I'm the hero, I go fight bad guy. I fought bad guy. Win, everyone happy. Completely forgetting that in the 2 weeks that it took, all the normal people have kind of given up. I would like to see, though, right at the beginning, Owl's little fight with all of the witch cultists. How did that go? How is he just blitzed the entire room when Wilhelm and the Beast Guy, Garfield, everyone fighting two of them had a bit of trouble. Granted, they might not be the same kind of level of higher up guys, but still, kind of impressive. Still want to know how the fuck Otto got away from gluttony. He must have either incredible running speed, or his skills as a merchant really paid off. I'm eager to see where this goes and what the truth is behind the was it North Gate or whichever gate it was that opened and flooded everything. Who was at the scene there? Since it came in and damaged a lot of property and probably killed a few people, but gave them the opportunity to get away. Who did it? Why did they do it? Did they know that was the outcome? Did they already plan it in advance? Was it Subaru himself some fucking how? Let's find out. So if you enjoyed this episode, let me know if there's anything of interest that I said during it. Let me know down in the comments section, maybe even liking the video to really show the algorithm there's something of value here. And not just my cat interrupting everything. And with that said, there's still plenty of story going ahead. Amelia's going to have her own little expedition to help with the brides and her wedding. I wonder if she will actually give Pride a run for his money. One way to find out. So I hope to see you for the next one. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Use the links in the description to jump onto my Discord for notifications, as well as memes and conversations of whatever you may fancy. And really, just get some rest. And keep your chin up for the next one. See you there.